Do you believe that just one bear appearing in broad daylight can bring an entire farm's daily operations to a standstill? In many forest-edge regions of Northern America, especially agricultural areas bordering wilderness zones, bears are no longer distant figures hidden deep in the woods. When they begin showing up during the day, moving directly into pastures, feed storage areas, and livestock enclosures, it is a clear sign that the balance has been disrupted. We cannot stand by and watch months of hard work be put at risk simply because a single bear has lost its fear of people. Daytime bear control is not a spontaneous reaction, but a carefully managed operation carried out with clear ethical responsibility. In the United States, hunters are trained to follow one principle above all else: 100% positive target identification. There is no darkness to conceal mistakes. In daylight, every decision must be even more precise as terrain, distance, and the presence of people are fully visible. We use legally approved rifles, high-magnification optical scopes, and long-range observation equipment to ensure every action remains under complete control. That morning, we were operating in a forest edge area in Montana, where multiple ranchers had reported bears appearing regularly during the day in search of food. Across the open pasture, large tracks pressed deep into the damp soil led toward the tree line. They were the unmistakable signs of an adult bear, familiar with the route, familiar with human scent, and no longer hesitant. Through the scope, I observed the target moving slowly along the edge of the trees, frequently stopping to test the air. Under the midday sun, every detail was clear. The massive frame, the dark coat, the heavy steps taken with confidence. The only question at that moment was not whether to act, but when it would be absolutely safe to do so. I adjusted my position, kept the wind in our favor, and waited for the bear to fully separate from the dense brush behind it. Only when the target stood completely exposed on open ground did I place the reticle on the critical zone. One decisive, precise, and controlled shot. No panic, no pursuit. Everything concluded swiftly, exactly according to wildlife management standards. Handling this individual brought a clear sense of relief, as it meant the most immediate threat had been addressed. But experience reminds us that bears rarely operate alone within the same area. Not long after, the scout team reported another movement on the western hillside. Mike's group immediately approached the brush-covered zone near the pasture, where tall grass and low trees limited visibility. Daylight allows no margin for error. Every firing angle had to be controlled to ensure absolute safety for both people and livestock. As we moved closer, the scene made the purpose of the mission unmistakably clear. Fences were bent, feed containers torn open, and claw marks covered the soft ground. Without timely action, just a few more days would have pushed the damage beyond what the farmer could endure. The team quickly divided positions, securing each approach. Speed was unnecessary, only precision and flawless coordination mattered. The target was clearly identified and handled safely in accordance with state regulations. When everything was finished, sunlight still covered the field as if nothing had happened. But for the local residents, it marked the difference between a ruined season and a protected day's work. Bears remain a part of nature, but when boundaries are crossed, our responsibility is to restore balance, decisively, transparently, and under full control. Did you know? A chilling warning is echoing across Vermont as bears continue to attack chicken coops, leaving many families heartbroken after losing their flocks. In 2020 alone, 162 bear attacks were recorded, causing serious losses for small-scale chicken farmers. This marks a dramatic increase from just 31 reports per year a decade ago, with the current average reaching 122 incidents annually. These nighttime attacks unfold quietly until chaos suddenly erupts. Coops are torn apart, feathers scattered everywhere, and damages climb into the millions of dollars. Those hit hardest are new farmers, many of whom are still struggling to find ways to protect their birds. So how can this destruction be stopped? The answer lies deep within the forests of Maine, where ethical hunters rely on specially designed foothold traps. These intelligent cable traps can withstand weights of up to 500 pounds. When baited with caramel and mixed dry nuts, success rates increase by 362%, cutting trapping time from 214 days to just a few. Safe for people and other wildlife except bears, the trap keeps the animal calm until the hunter arrives. As a result, it is well suited for managing bear populations while maintaining safety. When facing a bear charging straight ahead, rifles remain the top choice. Handguns may perform well in controlled tests, but in real wilderness conditions, only heavy rifles provide the stopping power and control hunters require. This demands a steady stance, controlled breathing, and precise shots aimed at vulnerable points. In that moment, the choice of weapon can determine everything. The next major bear hunt does not begin with bullets, but with bait. Bears are highly driven by appetite, and that appetite often leads them into mistakes. Experienced hunters know how to place buckets of caramel, dry nuts, or salted fish where the wind can carry the scent deep into the forest. By late afternoon, the strong aroma draws bears out of hiding and into open areas. For new hunters, baiting serves as a crucial step toward controlling the environment. The goal is to make the first encounter less chaotic. Veteran hunters never stay at a bait site for too long. Over time, they move deeper into the wilderness, pursuing older and larger bears. They often work in pairs, and in those moments, it is not instinct but discipline that keeps them safe. Hunters follow tracks along riverbanks where salmon runs peak in late summer, knowing hunger will draw bears there. However, strict laws apply. Pregnant bears are protected, and a single unlawful shot can lead to prison time for wildlife violations. As a result, the pursuit becomes calculated and cautious, no longer reckless. Teams track for days until they finally bring down a bear weighing 271 kilograms. On the other side of the hill, the hunter is ready. There is no cover and no safe distance. It is a direct confrontation, with both sides fully aware of each other. The bear moves closer, eyes locked onto the hunter. The distance is critically short, less than 15 seconds before it charges. This is the decisive moment. The hunter has no retreat. The arrow must strike a vulnerable point with precision. One small mistake can throw everything into chaos.
The sound of gunfire echoes among the misty mountains of the Victoria Highlands, and a massive black bear collapses to the ground. When you see these American black bears, never underestimate them. They're no joke. These creatures can weigh over 290 kilograms, stand as tall as a moving door, covered in thick fur and armed with razor-sharp claws. They are incredibly strong, solid as a tank. Just one swipe of those claws can break a horse's ribs as easily as snapping a dry branch. Their senses are extraordinary. Eyes as sharp as an eagle's, ears that can detect the faintest rustle in the trees, and a nose so sensitive that even your best hunting dog can't compete. They are true masters of the wilderness, living in harmony with nature's rhythm. Encountering a black bear isn't just dangerous, it's a test of nerves, skill, and respect for the wild. Even the most seasoned hunters, those who have roamed the forests for decades, know never to underestimate this formidable creature. In recent years, black bear populations have grown rapidly, and the consequences have become increasingly evident. Human-bear encounters are now more frequent and intense than ever before. Due to the growing influence of bears, state and local governments have intervened, introducing regulated hunting seasons to maintain ecological balance. The bear season usually begins when the forest leaves turn golden and crimson, from September to November. Many hunters use .30-06 or .30 Winchester Magnum rifles, powerful enough to bring down an adult bear from afar. But the challenge isn't just about firepower, it's about accuracy. Always use deep penetration rounds capable of passing through thick hide and fat. A missed shot can turn the hunter into the hunted. When stalking your prey, move slowly, steadily, and silently. Keep a minimum distance of 60 yards, about 55 meters, between you and the bear. Here, even the smallest mistake can come at a high price. A wounded bear can charge at nearly 50 kilometers per hour, attacking without hesitation. For the best shot, aim from 120 to 180 yards away. Tracking a bear through harsh wilderness can take hours, crossing fallen trees, frozen streams, and rocky slopes. Each year, between 50,000 and 60,000 black bears are legally hunted across North America. Maine leads with about 3,500, followed by Pennsylvania with 3,000, and Wisconsin with 2,500. These numbers vary yearly, depending on regulations, conservation quotas, and ecosystem balance. But numbers tell only part of the story. Deep in the forest, many hunters still rely on their most loyal companions, their hunting dogs. These dogs are specially trained for endurance, bravery, and extraordinary scent detection. Their noses are said to be 100 times more sensitive than humans, able to detect a bear from over a kilometer away. Their mission is to track and corner the bear, forcing it to climb up a tree, usually an oak or pine between 12 and 18 meters tall, allowing the hunter to approach safely.
Let's go!
This is a story about humans and the wilderness. It's not just about control, but about coexistence. What do you think of this regulated hunting method? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more authentic, rustic, and inspiring stories about the wild. Gunshots echo during a bear hunt in North America. This scene is becoming increasingly familiar in Alberta, where farmers and hunters are working together to control bear populations responsible for serious damage. Each year, bears destroy hundreds of beehives, causing losses of millions of dollars to the agricultural sector. In response, the government has authorized regulated hunting, with the goal of reducing the bear population by 20% over the next 5 years. In Alberta, cornfields are repeatedly damaged. In 2023 alone, more than 500 acres were affected. The sight of bears openly feeding on corn that farmers were preparing to harvest has become common. These intrusions often begin deep within the fields, making detection and prevention extremely difficult. Beyond farmland, bears are also moving closer to residential areas, rummaging through garbage bins. Black bears appearing near homes have raised serious concerns among residents. Bears that wander too close are typically captured and released back into the wild. Disturbing scene unfolded at the beekeeping farm of Mr. Johnson. He recalled witnessing massive bears smashing beehives, licking honey, and consuming entire colonies, his voice still trembling. More than 20 similar incidents were recorded in the past month alone. Faced with ongoing losses, farmers and hunters have been compelled to stand up and protect their livelihoods. And the pine forests of Alberta, bear hunts take place almost daily. Each outing requires not only careful attention but also great patience. Hunters prepare various types of bait, usually a mixture of honey, grains, and rotting fruit. The bait is placed in large containers, positioned near big tree trunks or hung from low branches to create an attraction without raising suspicion. Once preparations are complete, hunters select concealed positions, often using pre-built tree stands or climbing to branches between 2.1 and 2.4 meters high. The waiting process can last for hours, demanding absolute silence and minimal movement. When a bear appears, hunters must remain calm, control their breathing, and focus intensely. When the bear reaches an appropriate position, they slowly draw the bow and carefully aim at the neck or shoulder area. The equipment used is a Matthews V3X bow with advanced cam technology, offering accurate range up to 40 yards and arrow speeds of around 340 feet per second. Typically, a hunter has only one opportunity. A missed shot not only ends the attempt, but also increases the risk of being detected and confronted. This requires exceptional skill and concentration. Not every hunt goes smoothly. Experienced bears are extremely cautious and can sense human presence even when concealment is thorough. In some cases, aggressive behavior forces hunters to abandon the hunt for safety reasons. What surprises many is that numerous hunters believe bow hunting bears delivers excitement and challenge comparable to firearms. They feel more connected to nature and the animal while pushing themselves to refine their abilities. Under Alberta regulations, each hunter is permitted to pursue only one bear per season, which runs from April to June each year. In 2023, approximately 3,000 licenses were issued, with an estimated success rate of about 20%, meaning roughly 600 bears were taken during that season. If you are interested in authentic stories about people, nature, and conflicts of survival, please like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on upcoming episodes.
Let us return to Japan in 2024, a time when bear intrusions surged dramatically. In that year alone, authorities recorded 285 cases of bears entering homes, a 35% increase from 2023. Imagine yourself in a quiet rural town, sipping your morning coffee, when suddenly a 540-kilogram brown bear bursts through the kitchen window. It tears open the refrigerator, grabs anything it wants, and causes damage reaching $115,000. Broken glass spreads across the floor, and household appliances are nearly destroyed. Things grew even more chaotic. A hunter from the previous season recalled the moment he realized he was only 16 yards, about 45 meters, from a massive 1,400-pound creature weighing roughly 630 kilograms. He ran while shouting at the top of his lungs, later admitting he should have spotted the animal from miles away. As these close-call incidents became more frequent, the Japanese government took action. They introduced a 3-day safety training program for hunters. You must be at least 21 years old, pass a strict physical test, score at least 85% in a live-fire shooting exam, and prove you have completed at least 2 solid seasons of big game hunting. These requirements are not just administrative steps, they exist to create necessary balance, keeping inexperienced and careless shooters away. Hunters play a role in managing bear populations, protecting both wildlife and the people living in the mountains. But in Japan, the situation works a bit differently. Large forests only open for bear hunting during shortage periods, usually from September to November. Each hunter receives only 1 tag per season for either a black bear or a brown bear. That single tag turns every hunt into a strategic match, 1 move, 1 chance, and the stakes could not be higher. Brown bear hunting in 2023 was far from a free-for-all. States issued around 1,500 rules and stacked them into a strict legal framework. If you want meat in the freezer or a hide on the wall, you must follow every regulation. You need to know exactly where hunting is allowed and where it is not. In units with 700 to 800 bears, a forest manager must accompany every hunt without exception. Only approved ammunition is permitted, and young bears must never be targeted. In bear hunting, distance is your closest ally. This is not a sprint, it is a slow, deliberate game requiring patience, skill, and deep respect for a creature capable of ending everything in an instant. Like the forest itself, every step must be light and always downwind. When you spot a bear, you must immediately move with the wind and conceal yourself in brush, low ground, or a dark patch of forest so it never detects you. Shot placement determines everything. A precise hit will bring the animal down instantly. A poorly placed shot can turn a 600-pound creature into a roaring freight train charging straight toward you. Seasons, quotas, or restricted areas can change overnight. You must constantly check the state wildlife website, especially before departure. Preparation and understanding the rules are more than advantages, they define the line between a memorable story and becoming a whispered cautionary tale in hunting camps. Do it right, and you return home with meat in the freezer, a hide on the wall, and a story everyone wants to hear.
In the mist-covered mountains of North America, a single gunshot cracked through the cold morning air and echoed across the valleys. Moments later, a massive black bear collapsed onto the forest floor, leaving behind a heavy silence that seemed to swallow every sound. From a distance, these bears may look calm and slow, but anyone who has stood close to one knows how deceiving that appearance can be. A fully grown bear can weigh well over 600 pounds, towering like a moving wall of fur and muscle. Its body is built for power, and the curved claws at the end of its paws can tear through wood, bone, or anything unfortunate enough to be in its path. Facing such a creature is not something to take lightly. Their senses are just as intimidating as their physical strength. Their eyes pierce through dense foliage, their ears detect even the faintest rustle in the treetops, and their sense of smell can follow a trail carried by the faintest breeze. They move through the forest as if they were born from it, perfectly attuned to every shift in the wind and every whisper of the wild. To cross paths with a black bear is not only a physical danger, but also a test of one's nerves and respect for nature. Even veteran hunters, those who have spent decades wandering the backcountry, understand that these animals demand absolute caution. In recent years, black bear populations have grown steadily across the continent, and encounters have become more frequent. People living near forested areas often wake to find tracks near their barns or hear stories of bears wandering close to rural homes. Tension rises with every new sighting, reminding communities that the balance between humans and wildlife is fragile. the number of bears increased, state agencies were forced to enforce stricter wildlife management practices. Controlled hunting seasons were introduced to help stabilize the population and protect ecological balance. These seasons typically begin in late fall, when the forest canopy shifts into deep shades of gold and crimson. Many hunters rely on powerful rifles to maintain a safe distance, but raw firepower alone is never enough. A poorly placed shot can turn the hunter into the vulnerable one in an instant. Approaching a bear requires patience and absolute precision. Hunters move slowly, making each step deliberate and silent while keeping far enough away to avoid alerting the animal. One mistake in the thick forest can lead to consequences no one wants to face. A wounded black bear can charge with astonishing speed, leaving almost no time for reaction. That is why many hunters choose vantage points far from the bear to increase their chances of a clean, safe shot. Tracking a bear can take hours, sometimes demanding a journey over fallen logs, across frozen streams, and up rugged slopes. Every year, tens of thousands of black bears are legally harvested across North America, with the exact numbers shifting depending on conservation goals and local population trends. But the numbers tell only part of the story. Deep within the wilderness, hunters often rely on their most loyal partners, their hounds. These dogs are trained for endurance, bravery, and exceptional scent detection. Their noses can pick up the scent of a bear from remarkable distances, allowing them to chase, surround, and guide the animal toward a safer position for the hunter. Sometimes, the bear is pushed into climbing a tall oak or pine, giving the hunter a chance to approach without putting themselves directly in harm's way. In the end, this is not just a tale about hunting. It is a story about how people continue to adapt and coexist with a powerful species that has roamed these forests long before humans arrived. If you want to follow more raw, real stories from the wild, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss what comes next. Did you know? A chilling warning is echoing across Vermont as bears continue to attack chicken coops, leaving many families heartbroken after losing their flocks. In 2020 alone, 162 bear attacks were recorded, causing serious losses for small-scale chicken farmers. This marks a dramatic increase from just 31 reports per year a decade ago, with the current average reaching 122 incidents annually. These nighttime attacks unfold quietly until chaos suddenly erupts. Coops are torn apart, feathers scattered everywhere, and damages climb into the millions of dollars. Those hit hardest are new farmers, many of whom are still struggling to find ways to protect their birds. So how can this destruction be stopped? The answer lies deep within the forests of Maine, where ethical hunters rely on specially designed foothold traps. These intelligent cable traps can withstand weights of up to 500 pounds. When baited with caramel and mixed dry nuts, success rates increase by 362%, cutting trapping time from 214 days to just a few. Safe for people and other wildlife except bears, the trap keeps the animal calm until the hunter arrives. As a result, it is well suited for managing bear populations while maintaining safety. When facing a bear charging straight ahead, rifles remain the top choice. Handguns may perform well in controlled tests, but in real wilderness conditions, only heavy rifles provide the stopping power and control hunters require. This demands a steady stance, controlled breathing, and precise shots aimed at vulnerable points. In that moment, the choice of weapon can determine everything. The next major bear hunt does not begin with bullets, but with bait. Bears are highly driven by appetite, and that appetite often leads them into mistakes. Experienced hunters know how to place buckets of caramel, dry nuts, or salted fish where the wind can carry the scent deep into the forest. By late afternoon, the strong aroma draws bears out of hiding and into open areas. For new hunters, baiting serves as a crucial step toward controlling the environment. The goal is to make the first encounter less chaotic. Veteran hunters never stay at a bait site for too long. Over time, they move deeper into the wilderness, pursuing older and larger bears. They often work in pairs, and in those moments, it is not instinct but discipline that keeps them safe. Hunters follow tracks along riverbanks where salmon runs peak in late summer, knowing hunger will draw bears there. However, strict laws apply. Pregnant bears are protected, and a single unlawful shot can lead to prison time for wildlife violations. As a result, the pursuit becomes calculated and cautious, no longer reckless. Teams track for days until they finally bring down a bear weighing 271 kilograms. On the other side of the hill, the hunter is ready. There is no cover and no safe distance. It is a direct confrontation, with both sides fully aware of each other. The bear moves closer, eyes locked onto the hunter. The distance is critically short, less than 15 seconds before it charges. This is the decisive moment. The hunter has no retreat. The arrow must strike a vulnerable point with precision. One small mistake can throw everything into chaos. In Alberta, the once fertile cornfields have now been devastated, with more than 500 acres severely damaged. Scenes of bears attacking farmers before harvest have become increasingly common. Deep bear tracks mark the soil, while countless corn rows lie flattened overnight. Their attacks are so sophisticated that, from the center of the field to the edge, detection and prevention are nearly impossible. Not only destroying crops, these bears have also become extremely bold. They invade residential areas, rummage through garbage bins, and even appear right at people's doorsteps, leaving residents anxious and afraid. Here, farmers and hunters are struggling to control the growing bear population, which is causing massive economic losses. Each year, bears destroy hundreds of beehives. To respond, the Alberta government has authorized regulated hunting with the goal of reducing the population by 25% within 4 years. Faced with increasing bear incidents, farmers and hunters are forced to arm themselves to protect their crops and farms. However, the government still strives to maintain a balance between human safety and nature conservation.
I just heard him huffing right behind me. I turned around.
To prepare for an effective hunt, hunters need clear strategies, caution, and patience. They often use special baits, commonly a mix of honey, dried seeds, and rotten fruit, a sweet yet pungent scent irresistible to black bears. The mixture is poured into large barrels and hidden near tree roots or hung low on branches. After setting the bait, hunters usually hide on a scaffold or a tree branch about 7 to 8 feet above the ground. Waiting for a bear can take hours, even until nightfall. During this time, absolute silence is required, as even the slightest movement can alert the bear. When a bear appears, every sense of the hunter tightens like a drawn bowstring. They must stay calm, regulate their breathing, and focus completely. Once the bear moves into an ideal position, the hunter slowly draws the bow and aims at a vulnerable spot.
Good.
To face a full-grown black bear, the weapon must be highly precise. The Matthews F53X bow is a top choice, with advanced pulley technology, accuracy up to 45 yards, about 45 meters, and an arrow speed of 350 feet per second, about 106 meters per second. When confronting a bear, the hunter has only one chance. If the shot misses, the bear can become aggressive, locate the hunter, and either attack or flee, ruining the hunt. This requires absolute concentration and refined skill. However, no hunt is ever easy. Black bears are intelligent, agile, and highly alert. They can detect human scent from hundreds of meters away, even when the hunter is well camouflaged. In addition to bows, some professional hunters use firearms. Bears often appear in forests near streams, landfills, orchards, or honey sources. To track them, hunters follow signs such as footprints, droppings, tree scratches, or dug-up areas, also paying attention to unusual sounds and the distinctive musky bear odor. Hunters often use rifles like the Ruger Hawkeye or 338 Winchester Magnum, powerful enough to subdue an adult bear. The ideal shooting distance ranges from 60 to 100 yards, ensuring both accuracy and safety. If you found today's hunt fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating wildlife stories.
For many days in a row, the Alaskan wilderness was wrapped in a suffocating, icy silence. Winds from distant mountain ranges swept through the valley, carrying the scent of snow, frost, and dry grass. No fresh tracks, no suspicious movement, only a long wait that tested every nerve. But as the sun dipped behind the mountains and pale golden light swept across the tundra, I knew the decisive moment had arrived. From years of experience hunting in this unforgiving cold, this was when bears began leaving their shelters to forage. We adjusted our formation, maintained absolute silence, and focused all attention on the final observation point. The opportunity was opening, and Alaska shows no mercy for mistakes. Fully equipped with cold-weather firearms, long-range optics, and frost-resistant communication gear, the team moved into pre-assigned positions. The ground was damp and slick, every step carefully calculated. Then suddenly, from the edge of the sparse forest, a massive figure emerged. Its enormous frame and dark fur blended into the terrain as it moved slowly, but with undeniable power. We took position instantly, fine-tuned our scopes, breathing nearly halted. The first shot echoed through the mountains, shattering the stillness. The bear faltered, and the entire valley seemed to awaken after the long silence. What followed unfolded quickly and under intense pressure. Alaska's terrain allows no room for carelessness. Steep slopes, rocky gaps, and low vegetation constantly altered visibility. Additional dark shapes appeared farther out, flashing briefly before vanishing behind rolling land. The distance made tracking difficult, forcing every shot to be weighed with absolute precision. The air grew heavy, tension mixed with fleeting frustration, pushing the team to tighten coordination even further. Facing this situation, Mark immediately activated the backup plan. He sent an observer to a higher rock outcrop to monitor movement from above, while shooters below held positions to block potential routes. Signals were brief and exact. When the next bear appeared, the control perimeter closed instantly. No gaps, no retreat. After hours of sustained strain, we gradually secured the area, clear proof of disciplined coordination in one of North America's harshest environments. On the northern slope, Ryan's team encountered a different challenge. Strong winds shifted repeatedly, carrying human scent and forcing slower, more discreet movement than planned. The pursuit unfolded in silence, broken only by howling wind and pounding heartbeats. In the end, through patience and precise judgment, Ryan kept the situation fully under control. A series of decisive actions brought the tense encounter to a close. As twilight fell swiftly, a hallmark of the far north, the final targets appeared during the brief window before darkness took over. In low light and dropping temperatures, every shot carried weight. Within just a few minutes, the land returned to its original quiet state, cold but safer for communities living near the wilderness. Even so, hunting remains a deeply divisive subject. Many oppose it, viewing it as cruel and unacceptable. Yet others support it, seeing it as a necessary measure to manage populations, protect people, and maintain the fragile balance between wildlife and human life. The video ends here. If today's Alaska bear hunt left you tense or impressed by the harsh power of nature, leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel and join us on more challenging wilderness journeys ahead. See you in the next adventure.